everyone. Welcome back to Special Interests with Bob and Donna. Donna Durasmo and Robert Banfelder, or Bob Banfelder, if you know him well. We're glad you joined us today, and take a look at our videos. Our channel is very eclectic, and we cover a lot of things. And so there's no one specific thing, because we're into a lot of stuff in this life. And today we're going to be talking about something that is pertinent to, specifically to us, but it will help you realize that sometimes you have to take the bull by the horn. But so that you know who we are, I'm a retired educator with the New York City Board of Education. After 32 years, I survived the city.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Teaching and staff developing up in Harlem in the Washington Heights area. And Robert is an author. He's an award-winning crime thriller novelist and outdoors writer. He has 10 novels to date and 4 handbooks. And he is currently working on a recipe book, because he does like to cook. He thinks that's relaxing. I don't. He does. So I do the cleanup.
No, we both do things. I do all the prep, I do the cooking, and we really do the cleanup.
Anyway, the tentative title of the book is On Your Way to Gourmet. So he's using a lot of very, very expensive cuts of meat and other things, shrimp and king crab, and venison, possibly, if we get any venison this year. And I tell you that because it's pertinent to what we're going to be talking about today. Bob is also a member of the Outdoor Writers Association of America and the New York State Outdoor Writers Association. And he is the recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award from Who's Who in America for his fiction and his nonfiction. So we're very proud of his accomplishments, aren't we?
Yes, indeed.
Yes, you do work hard. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to give you a little bit of background. We are located in Riverhead, New York, and we are fortunate enough to have a home that is right on the Peconic River, because we're boaters and we enjoy fishing. So we found this house in 1991 or 92.
On a cusp, 90-91.
Something like that. And it just so happened that the house was empty and a couple of deals fell through, and we turned up on the scene, and we practically got the house for a song, because they didn't want to deal with the house. And so we've made some improvements, and we enjoy
Quite a few improvements.
Yes, quite a few, but over time, it's been a while. And we enjoy the east end of Long Island. We're really at the head of the North Fork and the South Fork, so we enjoy both forks of Long Island, and especially enjoy our neighborhood, because we have wonderful neighbors. We've always been lucky to have wonderful neighbors, and we still do have wonderful neighbors. So I tell you all this. Our little house, our little cape, is situated on a road which is called Riverside Drive, and that is between East Main Street and Route 105, which is a major highway that connects the North and the South Fork. So we have a lot of traffic coming from the 105 down Riverside Drive to come into the Riverhead Town proper. Now what happens is because our house is right near a 90-degree bend in the road, drivers who are not careful lose control of their car, and they wind up crashing into either our neighbor's berm or the telephone pole or the electric pole that is outside of our home.
Or our neighbor across the street whose cars were
hit. That were parked on the street, and they were hit.
Total.
Okay.
I believe that was at least 2 times.
Yes. And our neighbor next to us also had a car fly across her her front lawn and almost go into the house. And
She missed the building, she missed the house proper,
Yeah.
the home proper, by a couple of feet.
So we're
She
telling.
was reading,
She was reading, and all of a sudden.
Ba-boom.
Oh, okay. So
and the day, let's back up a little bit. The day they moved here, we were very, very neighborly, and we had them over for a bite to eat and a glass of wine, and all of a sudden there was a tremendous crash, and it was outside their home. A telephone pole was hit and split. And they looked at us and said, "Is this the norm?"
Is this
I
the
said,
norm?
"No, our pole getting hit and our
Oh,
neighbor
gosh.
further to
Yeah.
the east."
okay, so needless to say, because we're at the bend of the road, over a 30-year period, there are at least 2 of those accidents right in front of our home, and
At
we've
least.
we've had our lawn ripped up because they just keep going. And after hitting the pole and losing their headlights and losing pieces of their car, and they also love to come down this road and speed from East Main Street and Route 105. So we have more accidents, not in our immediate proximity, but on the road.
Here's a given here. If there is snow on the ground, or like the last several days we've had torrential downpours, it's a given. They're going to go smashing into a telephone pole. The wires that are securing not very well, securing the telephone pole, you'll see when we go outside that it's leaning out of the perpendicular. They go into my neighbor's berm, and if it wasn't for the berm, my neighbor's car on this side of the street would be hit
Yeah.
on a given basis. It's a given. It's going to happen.
We have, over the years, we have notified the town regarding the problem, suggested putting lights in speed berms, so that
Speed bumps.
Speed bumps, is that what they call them? And just to slow people down, because they love, racing down the street.
That's the whole point of this video that we're doing here. Over the course of 30 years, they have done nothing.
Nothing.
They give us rhetoric, they give us lip service. We have gone to town meetings, we have been...
As a matter of fact, our neighbor was very instrumental at putting the whole neighborhood together to have part of this road closed off, because it's a residential street. There are no commercial buildings on this road. It's a residential street, but because it's open on the east end at Route 105.
And it wasn't always open.
It wasn't always open, no.
They opened up, created a
They have
problem.
we have people coming from the south side connecting over to us, and instead of going down to the main road, they take the shortcut down our road. So, and lately we've been having the sewer trucks coming down here, and they're not supposed to. So that's another issue that we have to
right.
that we have to address. So we have a multitude of problems, and when they hit the telephone pole or electric pole, whatever you want to call it, of course our power goes out, and our neighbor's power goes out. So this past August, and we're in 2020, and on August 4th, Tropical Storm Isaias, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I don't know where they got that name from. But anyway, hit our area, and is ISAIAS, Isaias, something like that.
Tropical
Okay.
storm.
Well, our power went out. And it was out for 4 days. We didn't get it back until the 7th, which was a Friday. And
Actually, it went out again, then came back on. But the point being, we lost a lot of
expensive food.
Now, that's easy for us to sit here and say that. When we got a hold of the lighting company, we sent in, you can just hold this up, We
Well, we
sent
sent
in our receipts
Well, yeah, we always keep receipts.
showing,
So,
well, just rattle off here, just the higher.
now because we don't
IMAX.
always buy this kind of food,
No,
but.
this is because I'm doing this
He's
On
doing
Your
the
Way to
book.
Gourmet book. And,
We had prime peeled tenderloin,
referred to as Chateaubriand.
Chateaubriand. We had
Very
we
expensive.
had two of those, and that comes to like $255 and change. We had shrimp. We had king crab, which
And on and on
and
and on.
on and on and
And
on.
we
and
took,
on.
not only did we send receipts, we took pictures of this.
Throwing this food out.
And
Unfortunately, we
there-
had to do that.
The company had said, because it's not the norm, but because of this storm, they're going to allow $250. Well, our loss was over 500.
Was
What was it exactly? 560.
$563.90.
Okay, so
That's how
we
much
are
food we
fighting
lost.
to get that back. But we sent, as a matter of fact, just the other day, we're trying to, keep them apprised that you're not deducting, we don't see anything, we just get a bill, electric bill, and they were supposed to work with us on this. Nothing so
Nothing yet.
far.
Nothing yet.
And
So-
some people say you're going to get it, and some people say you may have to go to court. If we have to go to court, then we'll go to court. I don't like to go to court. 77 years old. I've been in court on serious matters on maybe 4 occasions that I can recall, and this will definitely be
The
a
fifth
fight.
one, the fifth one. But
Okay, hold on a sec. You can chat here for a second. I just want to show them what it could have been. It could have been close to $1,000.
well, we also had some very expensive steak. It's Japanese. It's called Wagyu steak, and we have a Costco near us in Riverhead, and they happen to sell it. And it costs at Costco $99.99, and we still have we.
And
just
I'm going to
bought-
hold this up here
Wait,
so
do
that,
it. Come on over
you wanna-
here. Yeah.
want it maybe close to the camera so that they can see
Okay.
the price per pound and what this totaled.
Well, not that they're not going to believe us, but let's see if I can hold
No,
this
we
up.
document everything.
Let's see if I can hold this up so you can see it. Yeah, you can see that. So these two steaks cost $127.99.
Now, we just went through, for the book, I went through 2 more packages, so we're talking like 1, 2, 3, like 350. So that could have been added to this but we bought this after the enchilada with
Well,
the
we
storm
did
and
have a couple
everything.
of steaks in the freezer, so we
That-
ate them.
But we ate them.
We
you know,
ate
had
them
to.
because we
ate
know we were
what
going
we
to
could.
lose them. We know we were going to lose them. So
I'm gonna
he's going to
put this
put this
back.
back in the freezer. We would love to have our neighborhood quiet down. As a matter of fact, when the pandemic started and no one was really moving out of their home, it was the quietest it's ever been here because no one was going to work, no one was really leaving their home because they were afraid of the coronavirus. So we try, and our neighbors try, and specifically our neighbor next door really tried. We did succeed, and in one area, thanks to our neighbor here. And if you go down our street, there's a lot of wooded area, and they wanted to build condominiums, which would have created even more traffic. But due to the neighborhood pressure from everyone that lives on our street, we were able to. The town was able to work with the Peconic Land Trust and buy the property. So they did some kind of a deal, so that's preserved. So thank goodness for that. But getting back to the tropical storm, we were out for 3 days, so he lost
No,
his
4 days
4
plus,
days,
and then off, and then on
and then
again.
he, of course, he lost.
Like the other day.
Couldn't use the internet.
We'll go. We won't belabor this any further. We'll go outside now, and we're going to. I will mention, probably mention it out there also, that we lost the power just the other day.
Yesterday.
Uh,
Yesterday we lost power.
It was yesterday. Sparks flying, and as a matter of fact, this time it wasn't the neighborhood. It was just Bob and Donna because
Yes,
All
because
right.
it was only us. But I do have to tell you that during the tropical storm, it took them 4 days to get to us because our neighbor to our right had power. It was only 10 houses on this block. So they figured, oh, well, 10 houses when they had multiple. They took care of others. And when they were here, it really didn't take that long for them to fix it. Once they got here, it was like that night. I think it was Friday.
Yeah, well, they
night.
fixed, but they didn't do a good job because we just had, problems
They had-
yesterday.
But anyway,
So they did a patch job, a quick fix. So, well, when we go outside, we'll show them.
But the point of all of this is we'll show you part of the neighborhood, and it's if people complain, maybe something will get done. If people are complacent, it's nothing is going to happen.
Squeaky
And
wheel may get the oil.
So I guess in this case we have to be a little squeaky.
Oh, very squeaky. But again, 31 years of the town really doing nothing.
Okay, so we'll stop here for a second and we'll be back in a minute. Okay? Okay, folks, as you can see, our red leaf maple is losing a lot of its leaves, and we're looking at the Peconic River from our back deck, and we're going to take a walk down to the front of our home and to show you exactly what we're talking about. This orange cone has
Been here
for weeks. The last time a driver came through and smashed into the pole, and you can see that the pole is out of the perpendicular where it was straight.
Okay, and why don't you stay back there, honey? Let me show them what this cable is doing. This cable is doing nothing. Okay?
No, it's not holding anything.
This cable is a farce because it's ordered into the ground, but it's really out of the ground. You can see that this is not secure.
Yeah.
This is a safety issue, and they do not address safety issues unless you just really scream.
Well, let me show you the bend on the road that we're talking about here, facing east down Riverside Drive, and you'll see that it is a sharp bend. Here comes an SUV coming around the bend, and he's nice and slow. And so this is the culprit.
Okay, you could show them when a vehicle hits this, you have stuff flying off of here. I just picked it up and put it into a pile, so when they come here to refix, they'll...
Yeah, and this is our neighbor over here.
Who worries about his car daily. He's behind a berm. They have actually gone into the berm and practically over it.
Yeah.
Very
So,
precarious situation.
It's it is a definite problem that needs addressing. However, here comes a car, and if they don't slow down.
Now, what is the speed limit on this road?
Speed limit on this road, as every residential road in Riverhead, is 30 miles an hour.
Okay, so let's be honest. We know that people are not going, they're going to exceed maybe 35 something like that.
Mm-hmm.
If there's snow in this area, if it's if you have rain, 35 approaching about 37 miles an hour, you're going to go skating. You're going to go skating off the road into this berm, this telephone pole. This cable has been hit numerous times.
Yes.
Numerous times.
This is not
now,
the first
why
time.
don't you show them? This pole has been replaced.
Yes, that pole that you're looking at now that's been replaced. That was replaced
Now the
a while
last
ago.
accident that we had with this pole here, the very next day, there was an accident where the pole was cracked
Yes,
and had to be replaced.
yes, that pole. Let me see if I can. Yeah. Yeah, that pole down there is brand new. And here comes a Riverhead school bus. If they don't take this bend slow, there's a problem. So we've got this thing sticking out of the ground, and we've got a cone here for the past, I think, it's about 3 weeks. But so that's it, folks.
Well, let's point out a couple of suggestions. Again, speed bumps would work, but then they give you the rhetoric, well, how is the plow, snow plow, going to deal with that? We have snow, they got a speed bump. Yeah, well, you deal with it. There's speed bumps in other areas of the town. They work around that, so you just slow down, raise your plow up, and deal with it. Or let's take a look at this guard here.
The guardrail.
We need a guardrail here and a guardrail over here. But I won't get into that whole thing. It's a whole political thing. Some people don't want a guardrail because it's not aesthetically pleasing. What kind
Well,
of
I can understand
BS?
that. You know, I can understand that, but it is a major
Well,
problem.
look at the work that went into this berm. You
It's a
put
beautiful
a guardrail up there, and you can camouflage it with shrubbery, if that's an issue with you. But you've got to do something. And the fact is, for actually approaching 31 years, nothing gets done.
Nothing gets done. So anyway, that's about it, folks. We're going to take a walk back.
Oh, before you do that, when this was hit the other day, sparks were flying out of here. And you can see some of these pieces here. Guess it holds the cable down. That were
Yeah, I did show the folks that. So anyway, that's about it. But remember that the squeaky wheel might win. Hopefully something will get done, and we'll be able to enjoy the rest of the winter without having a casualty. Thank God nobody's gotten really badly hurt. It's property damage,
Well, wait a minute now. Let me back up there. We're going to end this. We'll end this on this note. Over the 30 years, initially when we moved out here, there's been accidents. I have helped people out of their car. There was a fellow that was all bloodied. There was a gal who was with her kid. Broke my heart. She was more interested in her friggin' car than she was her kid. I've helped some other women, and I've had the police tell me, "Oh, you shouldn't touch them. You shouldn't help them." So they certainly
right, because
they certainly know about it. And again, police
this
do
is
nothing.
such a litigious society that you get yourself into trouble even when you're trying to be a good Samaritan. But anyway, we're going to end it here, and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and it maybe inspired you to correct some of the ills in your neighborhood. And subscribe to our channel and hit that notification button if you want to see any of our other videos. So we're going to take a walk back.
Did you say we're putting this on Facebook?
Well, yeah, we'll put it on Facebook so the local people can see it. But it will be on our YouTube channel. Take care. Thank you.